Hey there! Thank you so much for watching. Today I have a video tutorial that is also a collaboration. This is my second collaboration with Lesley Logan. Lesley is my colleague in Los Angeles. She's the owner of Profitable Pilates. I will include the link to her channel in the description box below. And we thought we would start at the beginning. Our first collaboration was about how to take care of yourself during your workday. I'll include the link to that video on self-care as well. And today we have a video tutorial on the 100, starting at the beginning. And I'm choosing to talk about the 100 on the reformer today. The reformer is usually the first place that we learn to do the 100. It provides a lot of support. And this is a little Pilates confession, I've actually secretly started to sort of enjoy the 100 and even enjoy the duration of the exercise, because the amount of support you can take from the reformer and the amount of length you can get into the body during the 10 sets of vigorous pumping, I don't know, what can I say? I kind of am starting to enjoy it. So just between you and me, don't tell anyone. So if you are on a different reformer, my reformer is made by Gratz. My springs are all the same tension and there are 4 of them. I usually do the 100 for myself on 3 springs. Not necessarily because 4 springs is too heavy, but I find for my purposes, 4 springs is too heavy for me. It takes me out of my center and makes me use my extremities a little bit more because the spring is heavier. And it also, I'm a more petite person, so the 3 springs feels plenty heavy. It's not like it's a light spring by any means. If you're someone who has never done the 100 on 3 or 4 springs, I encourage you to try. The reformer, the exercise is really designed so that the reformer being heavily sprung will give you support so that you will be able to really hollow out your center and really open up the back for the exercises that come afterwards. So you've already done your footwork, then you have the 100, which is more warming up, because ultimately the overhead is going to follow the 100. And if you're someone that feels like, oh my God, the overhead comes so quickly, you really can invest more time in the footwork and the 100, getting the back all ready to go upside down in that big stretch. And we'll talk more about that when we begin. So we all know what we're talking about, but let's get into it. So 3 springs, I'm gonna lie back. I've just finished my footwork, and I like to start the 100 with my legs long and my arms long, because I feel like the lengthening up is something that I feel more confident in my body from this position versus starting all curled up. I feel like I can already lengthen in this position before I even lift up my legs. So, and a word about getting up in that position. So there's other exercises where we start in that manner. The one I'm thinking about is teaser 3, where you're lying everything on the mat, you bring everything up to the teaser, and then you lie everything back down. And in general, that exercise, we cultivate a really nice length as we lift up our legs. And that's the way we're going to try to get into the 100 as well. Sometimes a skill that you cultivate in one exercise, you kind of forget to use in other exercises that don't really point it up as much, shall we say? Or at least, you know, we only have one exercise. The same things generally work in all of the exercises. So again, back to the 100. So here we are. I'm going to get everything working. And then as I push on the spring, I'm going to pull my center backward and reach my tailbone forward so that as I start to pump, I'm really making a point of pulling my stomach away and lifting the top of me just as away from my toes, which are reaching way over there. And if having your legs low doesn't feel comfortable, I would suggest for a time, if it feels okay in your back, to just let your legs lie on the bar. If your legs are longer, they'll probably reach better than mine. But this way, you can really pull your waistline up out of the hips. You can really reach the tailbone down to your heels and try to just stretch everything in the back and the center. Oh, and trust me, just because your legs are down does not make it easier. It actually makes it harder to do. You might even see your legs kind of wishing they could come off the mat. So let's just to recap, use length to reach the legs up and off the mat and continue to pull yourself away from the spring tension so that you can really cultivate a lot of length in your body. So we have a few other versions of the 100, and I thought we would just talk about the pros and cons of each of those versions. So for people just starting the 100, they can either just let their legs lie there and use their upper body, just like we were talking about. If that is not something that body is going to feel good doing, you can of course start with your legs in. And then they'll just pull their stomach in and reach up to the ceiling with their legs and start their pumping. And that's just really nice and safe. And they can still pull themselves far away from where their hands are and their feet are. And then the other version is of course on the mat with no assistance and no straps. And we can sort of do that here as well. Sometimes people start the 100 without using the spring tension just to kind of learn the choreography, and then they can get, all the other things going. So you could just start, or you can even build in that they're going to start like this. Keep in mind that to do that, especially without the help of the strap, means that they have a lot going on in here. So if it's a new person, they probably would not start without the straps and try to lift their legs up. So I hope that's helpful. Please do check out Lesley's channel and give her a thumbs up if you like it there. Give me a thumbs up if you like it here, and do subscribe so you won't miss any more of our collaborations or any other videos that we publish. And thank you so much for watching. If there are other exercises you'd like us to address in this collaboration, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear your suggestions. We all can use a little bit of help from other people and other teachers to do the exercises. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hi there. If you are a YouTuber who is also a Pilates teacher and you would like to join our collaboration, please leave me a comment below in this video or send me a message. You can reach me via email at andrea@pilatesandrea.com. Let me know your channel and I will let you know what days we'll publish, what topics we'll cover, and you can join our collaboration, and that way we'll just spread the love all around the YouTube world for Pilates. Thank you so much. Bye. If you'd like, you can add some pumps when you're down here.